Hey guys, hey friends of the channel, Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, busy as usual with many things happening, late night here in Europe, in Italy where I'm based, but for sure many news, many stories, so remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel because it's crazy days, crazy hours, things are happening, so stay tuned here for absolutely everything. Let's restart with the news, guys, and let me restart with one of the most interesting cases to follow in the next probably 24, maximum, I think, 48 hours, and it's going to be clear direction. Rafael Leão. Because the Portuguese winger is for sure one of the most interesting cases of top players now available on the market. Of course, the recent seasons at AC Milan were not brilliant, but we cannot forget what Rafael Leão did in the near past. And now for Rafael Leão, the direction of travel is very clear, out of AC Milan project since the beginning of the market. Ruben Amorim said in press conference, sometimes in football there is a moment where you have to go change, and so the message is clear. Now for Rafael Leão there are two ways. One is Galatasaray, agreement done with AC Milan since 2 days ago, 45 million euros plus bonus, and on the other side, Aston Villa trying to enter the deal and try to make it happen. Aston Villa are pushing, and even tonight, new contacts took place between Aston Villa and AC Milan, directly between the two owners, Jerry Cardinale and the ownership group maintaining Aston Villa and managing Aston Villa. So the conversation is ongoing. Because Aston Villa are considering a loan move with an obligation to buy. Milan want a permanent deal, also for financial reasons, and to be able to get the money as soon as possible. So, conversation ongoing, AC Milan, Aston Villa. Agreement done, AC Milan, Galatasaray. Now it's going to be on the player. Rafael Leão has to decide what he wants to do between Galatasaray and Aston Villa. So this is the point for Rafael Leão, and of course it's going to be a very important moment with Unai Emery involved, because Unai is pushing to get Rafael Leão. Big day in London today, because Chelsea won, 2 consecutive wins for Xabi Alonso, the second one in the Cup after winning the opening game in Premier League, and now Xabi Alonso will have a new goalkeeper, because Dibu Martínez arrives in London today to undergo medical test and sign his contract as a new Chelsea player. 2-year deal, 1-year option, everything will be completed today. The two clubs are exchanging documents now after the game they started, and so everything will be signed in the next few hours, and then Dibu will have his medical and sign his contract. 2 years, 2028, £7.5 million, and everything done for Dibu Martínez. On Chelsea and Manchester City, we have to discuss about midfield. And we have to discuss about Enzo Fernández. Enzo not in the squad for Chelsea against Luton Town. Surprising, because Xabi Alonso 24 hours before said in press conference, Enzo is ready, Enzo is available, so not to see Enzo even on the bench obviously was a kind of big message. But the answer after the game from Xabi Alonso was to clarify, it was my decision shared with the club, Xabi Alonso said. Because obviously Enzo is subject of this big interest from Manchester City. So, as of tonight, the message coming from Chelsea is, we have not received any official bid in paper from Manchester City. Reports from Argentina, reports from England tonight claiming an agreement done between Chelsea and Manchester City. Chelsea officially say, we have not received any official bid. We have not received any official proposal. So, at the moment, that's the status. Then, Manchester City maintain daily, regular conversations with Javier Pastore. Javier Pastore, the former player from Paris Saint-Germain, Palermo, and many others, is the agent of Enzo Fernández. So Manchester City are working on this deal on daily basis before the famous deadline 2 weeks ago. After the deadline, Manchester City are on it. Now, the official bid will clarify what's going to happen. The value in terms of money is going to be crucial, and then Chelsea position, because Chelsea say we will only sell Enzo if we get the right money, and also if we are able to improve the squad. So let's see what's going to happen there. Many questions tonight on Alexis Mac Allister as an option for Manchester City. The reality is that some intermediaries offered Manchester City the possibility to consider a move for Alexis Mac Allister. So it was suggested by intermediaries as a potential move to Manchester City, rather than being already an official bid or something like that. So as an alternative, it's something that happens sometimes at top clubs when it's very clear that a top club needs to sign in a position and it's just few days to go, because it's 3, 4, 5 days to the end of the summer transfer window. So obviously offering opportunities, suggesting opportunities. So we have to follow the situation of Enzo Fernández. This remains the focus. This remains the priority. Enzo, that's important, already said yes to Manchester City. At the beginning of the week, I told you. Enzo wants to go to Manchester City if the deal can be agreed. At the moment, Enzo has always been respectful with Chelsea, but at the same time, his desire would be to go to Manchester City, and he has an agreement on personal terms. So this depends on Chelsea now and on Manchester City. Then, talking about midfielders, some of you asking me, why Chelsea are not going for Alex Scott? Why Manchester City are not going for Alex Scott? Because City need a midfielder, Chelsea would need a midfielder in case Enzo goes to Man City. So the name of Alex Scott is always part of the questions I'm receiving in the last days and hours. The answer is at Bournemouth, because Bournemouth as a club, and when I say club, it's the ownership group, it's the director Thiago Pinto, it's the coach Marco Rose. They are very strong all together on their position, in public and in private. No intention to let Alex Scott go. No intention to let Alex Scott leave. They want Alex Scott to stay. They want Alex Scott to continue, and they plan for Alex Scott to stay at the club. Then they are offering him a new contract, because the reality is that Bournemouth have been trying for 3-4 months to get a new contract done with Alex Scott. At the moment, it's not done yet. We have to see if Alex Scott decides to sign in the next days and then include a release clause in order to pick his favorite club. For example, Semenyo did the same at Bournemouth 1 year ago. Release clause. In January, he had the possibility to go, and he was between Tottenham, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, many clubs wanted Semenyo. With the release clause, you don't need to negotiate on club to club, the money is there, and so it's on the player to decide. So Bournemouth are telling Alex Scott, stay with us this summer, we are ready to include the release clause, and you can go eventually in summer 2027. So this will be the position. Now it's on Alex Scott, sign your contract with the release clause, or stay with the current deal. But for sure, the expectation, if nothing goes wrong, is for Alex Scott to get his move in 2027, probably summer. But let's see, January now is not a topic for us. So that's why things are not happening around Alex Scott. 2 quick things to mention also on other things. Official Oscar Nasei to Real Madrid, centre-back, 21-year-old from Granada, did his medical, passed his medical, 2-year deal plus add-ons, as I told you in the morning, and so Nasei, new Real Madrid player for the Castilla team, but he's going to train with the first team, and also for Arsenal, it's time to say goodbye to a player who's been part of the Arsenal team for some time, and it's Reiss Nelson, because the decision made on both sides, Nelson and Arsenal, is to terminate the contract. Nelson will now make himself available on the market on a free, so free agent, completely available. Let's follow the situation, but for sure, good luck to Reiss Nelson, who is now entering the market as a free agent after leaving Arsenal. Final one, Ipswich Town, while I'm recording this video, waiting for a final green light from Tammy Abraham. They hope to sign Tammy Abraham from Aston Villa, straight loan, no buy option. They are offering him the number 9 shirt, and now it's Tammy who has to say, yes, I'm coming, or no, I want to stay at Villa, or I want to go elsewhere. Let's see what happens in the next hours, but could be. And here we go soon. On this and much more, guys, I will keep you updated, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Ciao.